Amy from Amy Latta Creations, and we're back with more doodles. Earlier in our previous video, we learned some doodles that are appropriate all the time. We looked at some natural and botanical doodles, some leafy vines, flowers, as well as banners and all other kinds of fun doodles that you can add to your designs. But today I want to show you some really special ones that are going to go perfectly on your quilt labels because they're designed just for you. We're going to take a look at a needle and thread, a spool, some scissors, and also some little designs that look like stitching. So let's get started. We're going to grab a bullet tip marker and we're going to start with that needle and thread. All we're going to do is draw a diagonal line, and that's going to be the main piece of your needle. Then of course the needle needs an eye, so we're going to add a teardrop shape on the end. You can make it as large or small as you like, and you can also use a finer tip marker. Then we're going to add a wavy line to show that our thread has gone through the eye of the needle, and continue that wavy line anywhere on the paper that you want it to go. The next doodle we want to take a look at is a spool of thread. Remember, all of our doodles are nothing more than lines and simple shapes put together to create a picture. We're going to start with two parallel lines, and when we leave the space in between, this is going to be the width of your spool. Now we're going to put an oval on top, and then we're going to come down to the bottom, finish it off with a curving line and a second oval. So again, simple shapes and lines put together. We'll put a little circle on the top, and then it's time to add our thread. So you'll take your colored marker and just draw some curving lines, as few or as many as you like, or you could even color this in a solid color. I like to add a detail line on the top, and then you can choose a side and bring a wavy line coming out to show that your thread is unwinding off the spool and ready for you to use. Now let's take a look at scissors. They're a little more complex, but once again, just shapes put together. We're going to start with what looks like a backwards Y. Our scissors are going to be open, and these are the sides of the blades. We'll go to the right-hand side and bring a curving line down, and we'll do the same on the left. And now it's time for our scissors to have handles. Just draw an oval with a second oval inside, and that's one of your scissor handles. We'll come over to the other side, draw an oval here with another oval inside, and now we have our pair of scissors. You can add little details like the circle with a line through it to show the screw that holds the blades together, as well as detail lines on the blades. See, it's easier than you thought. Now we're going to do some very basic doodles to make it look like you've stitched something when really you drew it with your markers. The first is simply a running stitch. We're going to do a series of short horizontal lines that are about the same length. You'll notice that mine are not perfectly straight and even, and really that's how we want it to be, because when we hand stitch, our stitches, no matter how hard we try, are never exactly perfect. That's the beauty of handmade and hand-drawn things. Another series you can try is drawing a line of X's. This gives the idea of cross stitch. Or you can try some short diagonal lines where you go up, then down, up, and down, leaving a little space in between. All of these make great borders, which we'll be looking at in the next video, and combined together give us some really fun effects for folks who like to quilt and sew, just like you and I. I hope you'll stay tuned for the next video where we learn how to put these together, create some borders, and take the next step toward creating some personalized quilt labels.